All right, let's look at the last two examples for Tuesday night's homework. Here we have some factoring examples. One good thing we want to do is just write out our A, B, and C values. Our A is 1 because there's a silent 1 in front of x squared. Our B is 8 and our C is 15. A, B, and C are values that we use to set up what we call the diamond. Although we usually don't draw the diamond, we just draw the kind of inside of the diamond. Right? The most important thing is to make the X. We call it the diamond. It's fine just to draw the X. I don't know if you remember this, but B is for bottom. And then we use A times C, so 1 times 15 as our numerators. As our, not our numerator, but our just top of the diamond. And then we're asking ourselves a question at this step. What's a combination of numbers that'll add up to 8 and multiply to 15? And I'd like you to take a moment, see if you can't remember what it is. Add to 8, multiply to 15. Okay. Did you get 5 and 3? If you did, good, because we're actually almost done. There are two ways to do factoring with the diamond. There's the long way and the short way. We're going to be able to take the short way because of this 1. If this was anything else, there would be no shortcuts. We'd have a lot of work to do, and we're going to get to some of those eventually, and we need to learn how to go back and do that work. But it's also good to know some shortcuts. Because this is a 1, we have a shortcut. Our shortcut is take these two numbers, x plus 5, x plus 3. And that's it. If this is a 1, all you have to do is say what adds up to 8, multiplies to 15. 5 and 3, those are the two values in your factored form. And we can always check our work by using the distributive property. So this is done. Now we're just going to check our work. X times x is x squared. X times 3 is 3x. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 3 is 15. And then we have some like terms that we can combine. So this is x squared plus 8x for the like terms, plus 15, which is good. That was our original problem. So that was checking our work. Example 6, we're going to be able to take a shortcut again. Because x squared has a 1 in front of it, our a value is 1. So that's why we can take a shortcut. Our b is negative 9, that minus symbol matters. And our c is negative 22, that minus symbol matters. Let's go ahead and set up our diamond, although we're just going to do the x, we're just going to do the inside of the diamond. B is for bottom. And then A times C, 1 times negative 22, that's going to be the top of our diamond. And once again, we multiply up and we add down. Good way to remember that is multiplication always makes bigger numbers or higher numbers. So multiply goes up, and then I guess add goes down. I'm not sure what sense that makes. Let's just remember, multiply up, add down, because that's the way it is. Take a moment. What adds up to negative 9 multiplies to negative 22? If you're stuck, here's another thing. If you multiply to get a negative number, that means one number has to be negative, the other has to be positive. So this is always a clue, if we're multiplying to a negative, that we need a negative-positive combination. So if we think about 22, things that multiply to 22, really all I can think of is 11 and 2 and 22 and 1. So I feel like this is going to be the combination we want because it seems like we could get it to 9. And if 9 is negative, that means we want the larger value to be negative and the smaller to be positive. So negative 11, positive 2. Multiplies up and adds down. And since we can take our shortcut, because a equals 1, we know the factored form is just x minus 11, x plus 2, boom, roasted. Like I said, it's perfectly fine to take the shortcut. and just take these two values and write them in our final answer, as long as we recognize there are other ways we may need to do this problem that we'll review later this week. Later this week, we'll look at some cases where this is not a 1, it's some different values. And when we get to those cases, let's just remember there is a longer way we'll need to tackle the problem and do so accordingly. But for the meantime, on the 2 homework problems tonight, shortcut and shortcut, it's going to work great because it's a 1 and it's a 1 for each problem. All right, thank you for watching the videos. Good luck with the homework.